Hi, my name is Mennie. I'm a regional sales representative from My Times Incorporated. My Time Incorporated is centered around a mobile application that's dedicated to high school sports teams in your area. They have rosters, schedules, statistics, and weekly updates about the sports teams. So I'm selling not only advertising space on that application, but I'm also selling a regional sponsorship of that high school. So you'll not only get the advertisement on the app, but you also get a sponsorship of high school, which includes a banner hung up at the high school and you representing that school.
I'm Andrew Eastridge, and I'm going to be playing Oscar Ramirez, who's the founder and CEO of Parliament Tutors. Parliament Tutors is an in-home tutoring agency, and we have offices throughout the state of Florida. Our main thing is we tutor students for the SAT, and the main reason for this meeting is that Princeton Review and Kaplan have recently been taking a lot of our customers and have now been tutoring them. So I'm here to meet with John to try and get some customers back.
Okay, Mr. Ramirez's communication style is that of a director, so I'm going to act in a similar fashion, act confident to gain his respect. His hot buns are people who are disingenuous and not being well informed, so I plan on filling him in on all the information he needs to know. Some objections likely to face the large difference in price of our service compared to our competitors, and also creating even more competition by another advertising medium. So the handling objectives I was assigned are 1, answer with a question, and 2, indirect denial. Also, the closing strategy I plan to finish out the deal with is the stimulus response. Thank you. How you doing, Mr. Ramirez? My name is Mennie. I'm a sales representative from My Times Incorporated.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too. So I understand you're actually from New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm actually from Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
Wow, okay, I'm from New Jersey too, born and raised. I'm from Monmouth County, and Point Pleasant's not too far away, like a 10-minute drive. When I was a kid, I always used to go, my parents would take me on the boardwalk, and I'm sure you've been to Jacobson's aquarium.
Yeah, on the weekends, me and my family like to go there, take the kids, just let them explore. They love seeing all the different types of fish and just everything there.
Yeah, that's great, that's great. So let me start by saying a little bit about my company, My Times Incorporated. Started off as a small company, just like yours did. We now reach all across the country, helping thousands of small businesses get exposure to high school students. A little bit about myself too. I graduated from UF just like you did with a major in industrial system engineering, and I also minored in sales engineering. So I got my bachelor's degree from the engineering department. I came out of college, worked for big companies like Adidas and Siemens. Didn't really find my fit. I now found My Times Incorporated, and that's where I really have a passion. I really believe in this company. I know they can do great things. So I understand that your company needs to get some exposure for your SAT tutoring because competition is taking some stuff away. Is this true?
Yeah, as of recent, Princeton Review and Kaplan, they just moved in our territory and actually taken a lot of our customers. So we're looking for a way to actually get those customers back, and that's why we're here today.
It's understandable. It's understandable. So how do you plan on reaching this high school demographic?
As of now, what our advertising team does is we advertise in local newspapers. We put ads in there in hopes to reach the local students and get them to come to use our service.
Okay, I understand that, and I believe that my company is a great alternative to that. I think we can provide a great solution to help your company gain some success in the future. Would you like to hear more about it?
Yeah, I'd love to. Absolutely.
Okay, so the company, My Times Incorporated, is pretty much centered around the mobile application called My Time Schools. This application is the first of its kind. It's a great feature. It's an application where you look at a local high school and it has everything about their sports teams. It has all their sports teams. It has their rosters, their schedules, statistics about different players, and also highlight videos. So what's great about that is the high school demographics not really played to. Collegiate and professional sports have so much exposure between ESPN, SportsCenter, and Fox News. They're all over the place. But a lot of high school students and high school fan base is not really catered to. So that's the great thing about this application is that it's the first of its kind to really go towards that. A great benefit of this is this allows us to really target the high school demographic. So businesses such like yourself that are really struggling in the area of high schoolers, not as opposed to graduate students and stuff like that, really helps us put our head towards high school student demographic. So. So another great thing that my company did is that we did some statistical analysis of the different newspapers you've been advertising with and My Times and different exposure rates and success rates. So as you can see through this table I've created here, the cost of My Times is a little bit higher, but we reach more customers in the end, and at the end of the day, you're going to get more customers coming to your business. So how do you feel about that table right there?
I never really knew that a service like this could actually get us a lot more customers than the traditional route, which is using the newspapers, and this is really cool to see.
Absolutely, absolutely. So do you agree with everything I presented you so far?
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. So do you agree that this new advertising way can give you guys more exposure to your company?
Yeah, I can definitely see how this could reach a lot more customers for us.
Great. So Mr. Ramirez, now that you've seen that we're gonna bring in more customers to you, are you ready to join the My Times team?
I'd like to hear a little bit more about your company before I commit to this.
Absolutely, absolutely. Another great thing about this offer I'm presenting to you is that it's not only just an advertisement; it's also a sponsorship. So, what great feature about that is you won't only have ad space on our application. You'll also have a sponsorship of the high school you choose. So by that means you have a banner hung up at the school. So when I say a banner, it's usually hung up at the athletic facility, baseball field, football field, etc. Sometimes they put it in the in the hallway. Depends what the high school wants. But it's a great way to get your name out there. It's going to give a good positive connotation towards your company. Not only just being cheap advertising, but that you support these kids and that you want these kids to do well. So it's going to be a good face for your company. That's a good benefit of it. So I wanted to show you some examples of some different advertising that companies in the past have done. As you can see there, there's a food delivery business, there's an excavation business, and there's also at the bottom there another similar tutoring agency that you'd have. So I also took the liberty of designing an example of what I think of my Parliament Tutors banner would look like. So that's just a thing I created there. It's obviously not a final draft. You guys can obviously have the final say in what you want your banner to look like. But that's just an example I threw together real quick. How do you feel about it?
I like this a lot, and I appreciate you taking the time to actually make us a sample of what we'd have hanging in the high schools. And I look forward to showing my advertising team this and just letting them know how this is a great way to actually get the students to see this while they're at school.
So do you agree that this new feature of the banner and the sponsorship adds a different dynamic to the game of you guys trying to get your exposure out there?
Yeah, I feel like we've never really thought to go this route, and I feel like it'll work wonders for our company.
Absolutely. Okay, so now that you've seen that you're going to be a sponsor, not just an advertiser, and you see all that My Times has to offer, are you ready to make the commitment and join our team?
Before I make the commitment, I have a couple points I'd like to bring up.
Absolutely.
One of the big things is your price is a lot higher than your competitors. And is that really worth it for us to pay that higher price?
Okay. So are you worried that the exposure that the sponsorship has is not really going to be worth it, or are you more concerned that the price of the newspaper ads and the other routes could be just as effective?
The second point.
Okay. So as you can see here through the table I showed you, the price for My Times is a year contract. You may not take that into consideration. The price for these newspapers is on a weekly ad basis. So if you multiply those numbers by 52, it's actually going to be more money at the end. So you can either keep renewing these advertisements each week with these newspapers, or you can just have the 1 year contract with My Times, which is going to give you more exposure at the end, 52 times more exposure than that price right there. In addition, when your year contract's up, we come to you first with the option to renew before we offer anybody else your ad space. So that's a great thing we do. It shows our loyalty towards the companies we work for. So yeah, sorry about that. So have I addressed your price concern fully?
Yeah, after further explaining it, I can really see how My Time is a lot more effective and will save us a lot more money also.
Okay. You have any other questions for me?
Yeah, one other thing I'd like to bring up is with competitors also being on the same medium, is that going to create further problems for our company?
Okay, so you're worried about that this new advertising medium will create more competition that you're trying to avoid?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I understand that. Well, I'm not going to lie, in the past we've had some issues about that, about companies of similar nature advertising the same thing. So recently we've added to the 1 year contract clause that states that we're not allowed to add a similar company to yours in the same field. So there'll be no other, I can guarantee you there'll be no other tutoring agencies advertising on the high school that you're sponsoring, which is a great benefit. You have sole proprietorship over that high school. Everybody who goes there is going to see one tutor name. That's going to be Parliament Tutors. So now that I can guarantee that none of your competitors will be the same sponsors of the high school, have I addressed your concern fully?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So do you have any other questions for me this time?
No.
So from what I understand, Parliament Tutors is looking for a new way to reach SAT students, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, and as you can see through the analysis we have and the exposure of the uniqueness of our application and how it's going to reach the high school demographic, it's going to help you a lot. And you see that it's not only just an advertisement, but it's also a sponsorship. So you feel that those things are going to add a new dynamic to the advertising?
Yeah, I feel like that'll help us a lot.
So, do you agree that My Times offer that we're giving to you right now is going to help you reach your goal?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Do you agree that the yearly contract is going to give you guys more exposure?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So, so now that you're concerned about the advertisers of your competitive advertisers also sponsoring the same high school. Now that concern's been met, do you have any other concerns about your competitors?
None.
Okay. So I'd like to move forward and get your signature on this contract. Seeing you join the My Times team. Thank you very much. Look forward to doing business with you, and I hope your company grows.
Can't wait to see what we can do in the future.
If you have any questions, feel free to contact me.
Thank you.